Guess what we're going to make today? I am going to be making a red velvet pound cake. Okay, now we are making our red velvet pound cake, and I am going to be doing something a little different. I am taking 1/4 teaspoon of coffee and I'm adding it to my vanilla. All I did was heat my vanilla just a touch in the microwave, and it smells so good. And I put the coffee in there. I'm going to mix our wet ingredients first. We're going to put in 2 eggs. Oh yes, we got to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. We have 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. It's going to be so good. 2 cups of granulated sugar. 1 cup of buttermilk. And 1 stick of butter. Make sure it's completely cooled. We don't want scrambled eggs. This is completely cool, but it is melted. Okay, I'm just going to whisk this around just a little. I just took a small little whisk. We're going to add our 2 teaspoons of vanilla and our 1/4 teaspoon of instant coffee. Smells so good, y'all. It does. It smells so good. And then we are going to add 1 teaspoon of white distilled vinegar. You won't be able to taste the vinegar. Okay, now we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of red food coloring, and I got this at Walmart. 2 tablespoons of red food coloring. Look at that beautiful red color. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so good. This will be great for Christmas, birthdays, whatever you would like. Okay, now we're going to set that aside. And we are going to do our dry ingredients. I get my hands because look, red food coloring goes everywhere, y'all. 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Dump it in. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm just saying, you know, cinnamon is one of my favorite things, but it really makes this cake taste good. Y'all, I'm serious. You got to put in 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, we are going to kind of whisk this around. I'm obsessed with cakes lately. I'm just telling you. All I do is look at recipes. Okay, now we are going to mix our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients. Y'all, this smells so good. Let's scrape down the sides. Just another couple little mixes. We don't want to overbeat it. Now we're going to grease our bump pan. Just take some Crisco. I'm out of Baker's Joy. You just take shortening. And I don't like to use butter. I think it browns the sides too much. But you can use whatever you like. But I am just going to grease this pan. Y'all, I had made a cake yesterday. A chocolate layered filled cake. And I deleted more than half of the footage after I had already edited. I made a mistake. I tried to recover it, and when I did, I messed it up even more. And so I had to start over. And so today, instead of that chocolate layered filled cake, because it's a very tedious process to make that cake, and that cake went to a friend of mine that that I kind of had hurt her feelings. So I just wanted to make it right, make sure that there is no hard feelings. And so I decided to make them a cake. They did get their cake, and as far as I know, everything is good. You want to keep peace in your life, and sometimes you just have to show people how much you love them. And life has its ups and downs, its good days, its bad days, but we want to live in peace. Not that a cake is going to bring peace. I wish it would bring world peace. I think everybody bake a cake. But we just need peace in our hearts, and we can get through every day, and that's what I wanted. I wanted my friend to know how much I love them, that we are good. The other cake was a chocolate layered filled cake with cream cheese. Oh, y'all. It took me all day to make that cake. Cake was made with real love, but this cake is made with real love too, because I love eating this cake. Now I got to flour this cake. I'm going to flour this with a little bit of cocoa powder instead of flour, because I want that chocolate. And that's the thing about a red velvet cake. People don't realize it's chocolate because it don't taste like chocolate. I think the cinnamon makes it taste more like chocolate and that coffee. So that's what we're doing. Okay, it made a huge mess, but that's all right. We can clean it up. You can always clean up a mess, and it's so worth it. You can smell that vanilla, you can smell that chocolate, you can smell that coffee. And I gotta get this kitchen cleaned up. It's nothing but a red velvet mess. I always put mine on a cookie sheet just in case. Middle rack oven, 1 hour. Let's make that cream cheese glaze to go over the top. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be awesome. Taking our glass bowl, we are going to be putting in 2 cups of powdered sugar. Do not sift it. 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Put in 3 tablespoons of milk, but if we need a little more, we can always add that. We're just kind of scoop it around a little bit. Look at that. This is going to lay so beautiful on that cake. Y'all will meet my mama on Thanksgiving, and because I am going to be doing, will be after, it will probably come up on Saturday or Monday, but we are doing our Thanksgiving, our traditional Thanksgiving day, and I always make the turkeys and the candied yams and the gravy. So that is what I'm in charge of, but my mom is in charge of the collards and the corn and butter beans. Oh, y'all, that's really the star of the show. The gravy, the collards, and the corn and butter beans, that's the star of the show. She freezes it all during the summer. Y'all, it's the star. And I'm going to try to see if I can get her to show us. She's not been feeling real good. But I'm going to try to get her to show us how to make her famous cornbread that it really is gone before you even start to eat. It's so good, y'all. So anyway, that cake is in the oven. I'm going to wash up these dishes so when this cake comes out, this is a quick cake. And so when this cake comes out, I can let it set and cool, and then we're going to drizzle it with this frosting. Just love a pound cake. The cake is out of the oven and it is cool. And now I am going to put this cream cheese frosting over it. Just kind of give it a little, it's not going to be perfect, it's going to be good. And it will drizzle down the side of this cake. Oh my goodness. This pound cake's going to my mama. This pound cake will blow your mind.